Wait, what? Like, y'all are looking silly. Like, don't you want to be a main character? I am scared. I just spit. Hey. Subscribe to my channel if you are here, because I would love to have you here all the time. Is that weird? I don't know. My name is Amina, and I don't even know what I can say I do. I just post whenever I feel like posting, and this is one of those things where I don't know what I'm gonna title it. I don't know the moral of the story. I just want to talk about it, and that is life, I guess, and how we need to stop caring about other people so much. I just feel like we are constantly absorbing things. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, whatever. And it's so much to the point where we start to care a lot about people that we don't even know more than ourselves. Let me explain. If there's somebody where you're constantly waiting for their new upload or post or what they're doing, the next trendy thing, if you feel like you need to formulate a decision about something once someone else says something, then I feel like it's become a little concerning. I don't think there's anything wrong with finding people that inspire you, finding influencers that you like their style or their home decor or whatever, and then implementing into your own life because it's gonna overall improve the quality of your life. Literally nothing wrong. But I think it becomes kind of toxic to a point when we are waiting for their next move and we want to see what they're up to, and we're constantly scrolling on Instagram. I feel like at this point we already know that social media is a highlight reel, like it's not real. Like people say that all the time, but I don't feel like we talk about how much it's actually affecting your life. Like, look at your screen time, look at how much time you're on YouTube. I'm talking to myself too, because I scroll on Instagram, I scroll on YouTube, and I remember having this conversation once where I was like, what the hell am I doing? Like, I'm constantly trying to click on new videos, trying to scroll and see other people's posts, so much so that I'm like, what am I doing with my own life? Like, nobody's life should be more interesting than my own. I'm just trying to be honest. Like, you should not be so worried about other people's lives that it's like making you not focus so much on your own or think that your life is not as exciting, because that's just not it. Like, I feel like it's come to a point where it's like we're romanticizing people's lives so much that we've become like an extra in their story and we're not the main characters. Like, don't you want to be a main character? Like, I don't want to care so much about other people and what they're doing and what's going on with Coachella, where I'm like, dang, like I'm not at Coachella, like I'm just sitting in this apartment and my life is boring, when it's like, no, like literally find things in your life that's like exciting enough where you aren't so concerned about what other people are doing. And I feel like a lot of us are like, I don't care. I don't give any F's about this thing or this person. Like, I'm just minding my own business. But like, are you really though? If we're like constantly on your phone, like if you're living through your phone, are you really as unbothered as you trying to portray? Social media has become so ingrained in people that they think it's real life. Like, one of the main things I have a problem with is when there's like some thing going on, like let's say Black Lives Matter, and I remember that summer of 2020, everyone was like freaking out, like, I need to post this black square and I need to speak out. And there were like people getting canceled left and right. If you spoke out, you're canceled for saying the wrong thing. If you didn't speak out, you're canceled for not speaking out. And then people got scared because they did not want to say the wrong things. And I remember personally, I had a friend who has been my best friend since middle school. She's not Black. And these people who also aren't Black were telling her that she's racist and she's problematic because she didn't post a black square on her Facebook. And I remember being like, wait, what? Like, you are not racist. And she was crying, freaking out. Like, literally, she was saying, like, I'm trying to educate myself. Like, I'm trying to do the best that I can. But homegirl just doesn't go on Facebook. She's not an Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. She does not go on social media. It's just so crazy to me how like we will decide if somebody's doing the work or if somebody is like on the right side of history based on what they post on Instagram. And I'm like, dang, is it really like that now? Like, I am scared. Like, I think it's great to post and speak out on the things that you want to speak out, but if you don't, then it becomes like a witch hunt. And even if the meeting is good, even if it's a good cause, personally, and let me know what you think, but personally, I don't think that it's an influencer, I hate that word, but like lack of a better term, an influencer's job to educate people on everything. They are not God. They are not teachers. They have no knowledge on the whole world. They are not so above us in society that we have to look up to them to educate all of us on things. And that's something that I feel like we really need to get into our minds. How are we going to expect someone who posts fashion content to tell us about what's the nitty-gritty about internal racism or institutionalized racism? Like, I don't feel like we are looking at the right places. And if you feel the need to attack somebody for not speaking out and being an educator, then I feel like it's a problem. I feel like it would be great if they did, but we shouldn't make it so much so that they are like, we put them on this pedestal to be the bringer of knowledge. And it's just really silly to me. Like, y'all are looking silly. It just really doesn't make sense to me. And it's because of how much weight we put on social media. And I think I'm not anti-social media. I think it's great. But I just feel like we need to realize it's not real life. We could be crucifying somebody who is not posting anything on social media, but maybe they're literally like volunteering in the backgrounds and like doing the work in the backgrounds. And I don't feel like Instagram is the place that needs to be the only form of advocacy, but it seems like everyone needs to be an advocate now. And I guess maybe I'm going on a rant maybe now, but I just feel like it's all because of the weight we put on social media when it's not real life. Like, can we focus more on real life? Like, it doesn't matter what you post. Just because you don't post something doesn't mean that you're silent and you're not saying anything and you're not doing anything about a cause. And honestly, this might be an unpopular opinion, but I think it's very silly. I don't know the word. Like, a lot of times I'm just gonna start saying the word silly because I don't know how to call it. But to expect somebody to talk about every issue going on in the world, because I'm here to tell you that there are bad things happening everywhere in the world. It's kind of ignorant to assume that just the things that are on Instagram are the only bad things that are going on. And it kind of makes it seem like certain things are more important than other things. Like when everyone's talking about, Russia and Ukraine, which is a hot topic right now. That's a current event that's happening, but nobody wants to talk about like Israel or Palestine, or we'll just pick and choose what's going on when I'm sorry, bad things are happening across the world all the time. Nobody can physically be able to talk about all these things all the time. And that doesn't make one issue greater or better than another. Also, I feel like if we really want to go there, it can be rooted in racism, that maybe European problems are more important than non-European problems, but we won't even go there. I'm not even going to go there right now, because we're just going to stick to social media at the moment. But yeah, I just feel like we need to focus more on real life. We need to not stop looking at influencers and celebrities as this freaking idol, and focus more on ourselves and what are we doing with our lives? Why are we so focused on what they're saying, what they're doing, and not think of them as the bringer of knowledge and someone who knows everything and needs to speak up on everything, when I just don't feel like that's the case. I feel like we need to start worrying more about ourselves and stop trying to check everybody, whether it's good or bad, and just like chill. And like, I use the word stop caring in the most beneficial way. Like, stop caring about what everyone else is doing. Stop trying to check the values of other people. Let's work on ourselves, check on ourselves, make our lives better. If you are constantly on Instagram scrolling and scrolling, do you know how much good you could be doing for yourself? Like, if you use that time to better yourself, like, and I'm not trying to sound like one of those people or like, you know, do something better with your time, because honestly, there's nothing wrong with scrolling every once in a while. But if you find yourself most of your day on your phone, including me, you do not constantly need surges of dopamine and to be constantly entertained by things, because once you're not on there and you're like, well, what do I do now? Then it's like, dang. And that's why I feel like we need to get some hobbies. Like, if you like consuming all this stuff, girl, start a YouTube channel. That's what I did. Like, if you are interested in all that stuff that's going on, then do it yourself. Do it for yourself. Better yourself in that way. But I just don't think it's good to just sit and constantly scroll. And I don't want to be like your mom saying this, but it's crazy just how much time flies when you have nothing to do. And you're like, dang, like, I really don't have a life, and I'm constantly just looking at other people who don't even know that I exist and what they're doing. And I feel like how are we gonna thrive and be the best that we can be if we're constantly looking at other people and the best that they can be? So I feel like we need to stop just saying, you know, social media is a highlight reel, it's not even real, because yeah, we get that part, but like, it's not really stopping people from living their own life. And I'm posting this hopefully also as a reminder to me when I'm not doing anything and I'm just scrolling. I'm like, how can I do something for myself? Like, I do not want to be a couch potato. I do not want to waste my life and just sit and scroll and consume. Because at the end of the day, the reason why you're consuming all these things is because there's something there that you would like for yourself. And I'm not saying you're jealous or envious. I don't think that it's bad to want something for yourself too. So I feel like if you're looking at all this stuff, let's try to get it for ourselves, guys. Like, why not? If you're seeing somebody like with a banging body and you want to like have a banging body, let's go to the gym and get banging bodies. Like, you know what I mean? So I think that's all I wanted to say. It was just kind of like a rant that was on my mind. Leave your thoughts below, but let's start romanticizing our own lives. Let's start thinking about ourselves before we go crucifying other people. Let's just chill. So anyways, I'm gonna go subscribe to my channel because gorgeous, gorgeous girls do. Bye.